Hey there crafter, my name's Amanda. Welcome to Crafters Autonomous, where I give you the knowledge and skills you need to craft it yourself. So today I have a fun project for my crochet people, and this project is very simple, very beginner friendly, but it turns out so elegant when it's all done. Like many people who learn how to crochet, the first thing I made was, of course, a scarf. This is the very first scarf I ever crocheted, and it's also the very first item I ever crocheted. As you can see, the start was a little rough. I don't know what was happening here, but you know, we got to figure it out as I went along, and I ended up with this very nice pink scarf. But sometimes just a basic boring scarf like this gets a little, well, boring. So today I'm going to show you this scarf pattern, which I am calling the Mocha scarf because I originally made it in a brown yarn, but I couldn't find that scarf, so I'm showing you a pink version of it. And this Mocha scarf is still really simple, and this scarf only uses the double crochet stitch and the chain stitch, which is all you use for a normal basic scarf. But I'm going to show you a little technique and a little pattern that's going to make it have this kind of lacy look in the middle to make it really pretty. So you only need to know 2 stitches for this. You need to know the double crochet stitch and the chain stitch. If you don't know either of those, I will link some videos up there where you can go learn those stitches. But this pattern is especially great if you're a beginner and you're not quite ready to venture into some other stitches, but you want to do something a little more involved than just a basic double crochet scarf. So for making the Mocha scarf, you can use pretty much whatever yarn you want. I believe this is a Vanna's Choice yarn. I was trying to look it up, but our internet is down, so I wasn't able to Google that. I'll pop it up and here in the video and in the description what kind of yarn this is. But for demonstrating today, I'm going to be using this Lion brand Ferris wheel. I just got this off of eBay. It's so pretty and I can't wait to try it. So first of all, pick your yarn, and then secondly, pick your hook size. Now you can go with the hook size that your yarn package recommends. So this one recommends a size H, but personally I'm gonna go up to a size J hook, and a size J hook is 6 millimeters. And going up in the hook size will make the scarf not so dense, and it's a little easier to work with, especially if you're a beginner. So grab your yarn, grab your crochet hook, and let's crochet the Mocha scarf. Alright, so for this project, we're going to start by making a slip knot in our yarn. And I make mine where I bring it over my fingers and then I do this little twist motion. So that way this tail is over top of my big yarn end. And then I come down with my fingers and grab the yarn and pull it up through there. That's how I like to make slip knots. You can make your slip knot however you want. And I've got videos on that, so again, if you're not familiar with the double crochet stitch or slip knots and chains, go check out those videos I linked up above. Now it's time to crochet our foundation chain, and we need to crochet 17 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And then we're going to bring our chain over to the left. Now we're going to let the first 3 chains here right beside our hook count as a double crochet, and that's going to be our turning chain. So we're going to skip the first 1, 2, 3 chain stitches, and in the 4th chain from the hook, we're going to work a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, skip 1, 2, 3 chain stitches, and in that 4th one, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to work a double crochet stitch. So we're letting our chain 3 turning chain count as our first double crochet. This one we worked here is our second, and we're going to work 3 more. So work a double crochet in the next chain, a double crochet in the next chain, and 1 more double crochet in the next chain. Now this is where we're going to add the pattern, the little design element to our project, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to skip the next 2 chain spaces and then do a bunch of stitches in the 3rd chain stitch. So we're going to work some double crochet in that 3rd chain stitch, so I'm going to yarn over to prepare for my double crochet, skip 1, 2, and insert my hook into the 3rd chain stitch there, and I'm going to work a double crochet here. So I've got 1 double crochet in the spot. Then I'm going to work another double crochet in the same exact chain. So this is a 2nd double crochet stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1, and work 2 more double crochet stitches all in the same spot. So 1 double crochet stitch and 2. So all in this one stitch, we've done 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. And now we need to finish the left-hand side. To finish the left-hand side, we're going to skip 2 stitches, so skip that chain right there and that chain. And then in that 3rd chain, we're going to work a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We've got 4 chains left, and in each of those we're going to work 1 double crochet. So we're going to have 5 double crochet on the left hand side. So this is double crochet number 2, double crochet number 3, double crochet number 4, and watch out for your starting tail. So that's number 4, and then the very last chain, work a 5th double crochet. So the basic anatomy of the scarf is there's 5 double crochet, the little piece in the center, and then 5 double crochet. And we're always letting our turning chain count as a double crochet stitch. So let's go ahead and start on row 2. We're going to start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and then turn our work. And this chain counts as our first double crochet stitch. So we're not going to work in there in the top of the stitch from the previous row because we're letting this chain 3 be counted as working there. So then we're going to work a double crochet in our 2nd stitch right there. So that's like 2 double crochet. A 3rd double crochet in the next stitch. A 4th double crochet in the 4th stitch. And then a 5th double crochet in the 5th stitch. And now it's time for the funky little part in the middle. So we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and then inside this chain space right here, we're going to work 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook in that gap created by the chain 1 space. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 double crochet. In the same spot, work a 2nd double crochet stitch. And then after I work those 2, I'm going to chain 1. And then in the same spot, work 2 more double crochet stitches. So 1, and then 2. All worked into the same spot. So in this chain 1 space from the previous row, we have 2 double crochet, a chain 1, and then 2 double crochet. And now we're going to finish off the left-hand side. So we're going to skip this stitch here and this stitch, and then in the last 5 stitches, we're going to work a double crochet. So I'm going to come to this guy right here and work a double crochet in that stitch. Work a double crochet in the next stitch. So this is 2 double crochet on the left hand side so far. A 3rd double crochet in the next stitch. A 4th double crochet in the next stitch. And then we'll do a 5th double crochet in the very last stitch. And this stitch is just the chain 3 turning chain that we let count as a double crochet. So I'm just going to insert in the top of this chain 3 here. We'll catch right underneath this loop right here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we will see our pattern slowly start to emerge. I'll show you that all one more time, but we're just going to keep repeating what we did on the 2nd row until your scarf is as long as you want it to be. So to show you one more time, we'll go a little faster. We're going to start by chaining 3. Turn our work. In the 2nd space, in the 2nd stitch, work a double crochet. And then work a double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So we'll have 5 double crochet on the right hand side of the scarf. And then we're going to come to this big thing right here, and in this chain space, we're going to work 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So that was my first double crochet, and then a 2nd double crochet, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochet. And again, we're working all 4 of these double crochets into the same spot, into that chain 1 space on the previous row. And then once we do that, we're going to work a double crochet in each of the last 5 stitches. So skip these 2 here, come to this one right there, and work a double crochet here in the next one. So that's 2 double crochet so far on the left hand side, 3 double crochet on the left hand side, a 4th double crochet, and then in the top of the chain 3 turning chain, we're going to work our 5th and final double crochet of the left hand side. And I sometimes work my chains really tight, so sometimes it's a little hard to get my hook in there. And then just keep repeating this until your scarf is as long as you want it to be. So here's how this looks after we worked a few more rows. It is so pretty, just a very simple, elegant pattern, and I am so happy with how this yarn looks. I think this yarn is so pretty. This was an impulse buy off eBay because eBay gave me like a coupon thing, and then I was like, I don't need to use it, but then I was like, yarn! So I bought this yarn on an impulse, but I'm very happy with it, so that's good at least. Now one last thing I'll show you is when you work your scarf, once you get to the length you want it to be, you can go ahead and fasten off, and to fasten off, you just do 1 more yarn over, pull up a loop, and then you cut this loop and cinch it off and just pull the tail out after you cut the loop. I'm not going to cut it because I'm going to use this yarn for another project. But then you might notice that the finished end of our scarf will be flat, a little bump, and then flat, but where we started is completely flat. So if you want to add the bump to both ends, here is how you can do that. So you'll need to fasten off from this side, which I'm leaving it attached just because I'm going to use this yarn for something else, so I don't want to cut it. But you would, of course, fasten off your yarn and start with a fresh tail of yarn. But what you're going to want to do is in your yarn, make another slip knot. And then put the slip knot on your hook. And we're going to work a row of the pattern on this bottom side of our scarf. So we've got a slip knot on our hook. And then we're going to yarn over. Now, really important when you yarn over, don't let this untwist. So I like to keep my pointer finger on my right hand holding that still, and then I'm going to yarn over. And I'm going to find the base of my first stitch and insert my hook into there. And then I'll finish this double crochet by yarning over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, and then I'm going to work 4 more. So 1 in the base of each of my next 4 stitches. So this is my 2nd double crochet stitch, my 3rd double crochet stitch, a 4th double crochet stitch, and a 5th double crochet stitch. And then I'm going to work the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in this spot right here. So I'm going to yarn over, insert into that big gaping hole there, and work 2 double crochet into that spot. So that's my first one, and then a second one in the same spot. And then I'm going to chain 1 and work 2 more double crochet into that same spot. So 1, and then 2. And then on the left hand side, I'm going to work a double crochet at the base of each of these 5 double crochet stitches. So here's my first double crochet, my second double crochet, 3rd double crochet, 4th double crochet, and a 5th one at the base of this last one, which is, I think, is my turning chain. And then again at this end you would fasten off. But what that does is it's a little different. You can kind of tell that the pattern kind of flips direction here, but it means that both of your ends have the nice little bump versus having the one side be flat. So that's a little thing you can do at the end. This last little bit, of course, is totally optional, whichever look you want to go for. And of course, your yarn won't be attached. I just did that because I don't want to cut this yarn because I'm going to use it for a different project. So this is how you do the pattern I am calling the Mocha scarf. Uses very simple basic stitches but creates a very pretty end result. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on the video and commenting down below. I've got a couple other beginner-friendly tutorials as well, and I'll link to those in the description or in the cards, or you'll see them pop up somewhere. So definitely go check that out if you're new to crochet and you want to find some more projects. And if you're not new to crochet, I have some other more advanced crochet tutorials on here as well, so be sure to check out my crochet playlist. Also, if you are not a subscriber, I would really appreciate it if you hit that red subscribe button and also click the bell to turn on notifications. I post videos just like this every single Tuesday that I call Tutorial Tuesdays, where I show different crafting and DIY projects, and I walk you through all the steps that way you too can make the projects I show on video. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy crafting!